Hey everyone, welcome to your weekly reading for August 22nd through August 28th. I'd like to share my appreciation to everyone for supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. And now let's find out what Spirit has in store for you this week. Hello to you, Leo, and a very, very sincere welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And now let's see what Spirit is saying for you this week. So we are starting with the Three of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So 3 nines. That's kind of cool. Then we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. So an emotion-heavy reading for you this week. A little bit more emotion than anything else. But we do have a nice mixture of everything. But if you notice, Leo, no power card for you this week. So definitely just dealing with some challenge, some action, a little bit of money, and some emotion. So since your emotional cards are the ones that are demanding attention, there's more of them here. I'm going to go ahead and start from the end of your first line. So we're going to start with your Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is referring to a sense of wishes fulfilled, very content. You are feeling very, very pleased and very, very mellow, very good about what's going on for you right now, mostly in your emotional realm, but it sounds like you're putting a big positive focus out there on things that you want. You're bringing in that good energy, things that you want right now. So you're manifesting some really good positive energies right now. Your things that you want to happen are happening. So not just emotionally. That Nine of Cups is saying a sense of wishes fulfilled, great happiness and contentment. So being able to really hone in on what you find a positive result and getting it. And then with your Seven of Cups, talking about wishful thinking. So that sense of wishes fulfilled is tying into your Seven of Cups, saying that there's some choices that need to be made and you are like thinking outside the box for these choices. You're doing things, thinking with your heart and your intuition and your mind. You're trying to get your best choice without so much, I don't want to say thinking, but maybe a gut instinct, like letting your emotion lead you a little bit more in this case. So you're making these choices with more than just your mind. You're really tapping into all you have. You're really thinking about, for you, Leo, what does this mean to me? This decision I'm going to make, I need to involve everything. So you're thinking about something with your heart, your intuition, as well as your mind. So that would explain why the emotional cards are so strong this week, because you are really thinking from your inner self. I'd almost say your spiritual self, because not just your mind is making these decisions, and they are going to be decisions that make you very happy. Now with that Ace of Cups, talking about love and a sense of bliss, it also talks about a fresh start. So making you feel like you are very accomplished in something that you're almost feeling like it's a new experience. But, you know, been there, done that. Kind of interesting. But with emotion, because there's so much involvement when you're talking about your heart. So we are talking about your sense of a fresh start and new experiences when it comes to using your heart. Like we're saying, you are actually going to be making some decisions that will make you very happy, and you are really going to embrace that change where you're letting how you feel about something influence your answer. Not just the logic, not just the actual answer and thinking about this, any of your decisions this week, Leo. You're really going to be leaning into it. That passionate nature, that passion that burns within you is really going to take precedence for you this week. And you're going to be thinking way outside the box. You're going to be thinking from your inner self, from your core, not just your brain, but your heart and your intuition are going to be making your decisions. and they're going to be very good ones. A different way to achieve them. So definitely some different results for you, but definitely good, very good for you and exciting. Trying something new, really listening to your inner voice when you're making a serious decision. So let's look at your challenge. On that note, you have the Three of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords. So with the Three of Swords, we're talking about being trapped by negative energies and negative thinking. So the fact that you have so much emotion here, that we already know that you're going to be using your entire being to make these decisions. You're going to really feel like the decisions you make are the right one for you. So being in that situation with that Three of Swords that's saying, feeling negatively and really being in tune to the negative energies could be very easy for you because emotion is really taking control for you this week. But you have to remember that Three of Swords is reminding you your challenges to keep moving forward, to keep that positive action, those positive thoughts at the forefront and make those your goal. Increase that movement, that forward movement, even when you feel like it's not possible. So there's going to be a little bit of pushback. Thinking with, like I said, this is going to be kind of new for you, really giving into the whole, not just the thought process, but involving other things with that thought process. It's going to be a little bit different for you, a challenge for you. So the Three of Swords is just reminding you not to give into the negative, not to give up, and to keep moving forward. The Nine of Swords is talking about, that's like the nightmare card where you're under a lot of stress. You're feeling very strong anxiety and you are really having a rough time trying to see through the clouds, see through the fog, be able to really rationalize. So you're being asked to use your emotional self. You're being asked to involve your emotional process, being more in tune to your inner voice. But here's the Nine of Swords saying, oops, well, that might cause you a lot of stress. It might be something that is so foreign for you. Really scary to think about answering that question or coming to a conclusion to this issue when you're using your heart as well. So don't let it stress you out. You have to realize that this card could also be proactive. It could give you the opportunity to look at things from a fresh perspective. As we know, looking at it from an emotional point of view is going to be different. For a lot of us, not just you, Leo, but for a lot of us, being able to include your emotional self can sometimes be very difficult. So that's what your Nine of Swords is saying. Just beware of that. Then you have your action card. You have your Nine of Wands. You have your Six of Wands. The Nine of Wands is talking about having the courage to ask for help, being on the verge of realization of something. So that decision process, it's ready to happen and you're ready to see it happen. You want that creative process to flow, but might need a little help. And since we know that we're trying something new or trying something that we're not really used to, seeking some advice, getting some help is a great thing to do. And in this case, it might be, again, something outside your comfort zone. And then with the Six of Wands, we're talking about being very self-confident. So asking for help might not be a bad thing. You know what you're doing. You just need a little help. And you will be rewarded by that. Well-deserved reward. And you will feel like you deserve that success. And being strong enough to ask for help, being strong enough to think about it from a different vantage point definitely means that you are going to achieve this victory with a lot of pride. And then we have your one lonely pentacle here, your Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is referring to balance and being adaptable in uncertain times. So being able to think outside the box and think outside of your normal thought process, obviously that's going to be very easy to do for you this week. Being able to adapt is going to just be one of those things that's going to come very easily for you, Leo. And so that is what I am seeing for you this week. Thank you for joining me. And I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.